the station right now. We're going to see these groomers in action, aren't we, Ava?
Totally. The doors are open for business. Come inside the Furryland mobile grooming service truck. This is Maddie. We have Benny, our demo dog, who's going to be giving the full rundown. And sounds like it's spa day for everybody in studio and out. So Benny's getting a nice little scrub down, right, Maddie?
Yeah.
Very nice. And walk me through the process. You show up to someone's home after they request your service at a certain time, and how does it all work?
So we show up to the house, talk to the owner a little bit, get a little bit of information about the dog, if they're anxious or anything like that. We like to know that. After all of that, we take them out to the van, let them sniff around, kind of let them know kind of what's going on. It's very new to a lot of dogs. And once they're used to it, we get them in here, get them in the tub, clean their ears, do the bath, the blueberry facial, nice and relaxing.
A blueberry facial. Yeah. Do they just go bananas for the blueberry facial?
It's nice to give a little rub and everything.
Yes. And there is technique. It's not just throwing suds on a dog. How important is it to get in their ears and kind of in those little spaces?
Absolutely. The ears and all the paws and everything like that, the tears and everything like that, that's what the facial's for. Just nice and clean so we don't build any wax in there or anything like that.
Well, Benny is looking better and better as we go along. And how long does the whole service take from getting in the smelling around and to the final product?
So for Benny here, it can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Larger dogs, it really does vary. There's so many different types of breeds.
Yeah.
We usually aren't out there for longer than 2 hours maximum. It's pretty quick for the dogs, and that's for big dogs.
Yeah.
It takes that long.
You must be a huge dog lover, Maddie. Like you said, some are a little anxious, maybe a little apprehensive to the blueberry facial. How do you kind of guide them through that?
Yeah, so we take breaks, and if they're not ready for something, that's okay. We try not to lift them up there and force them in there. We can lower the table all the way down so they can do it at their own pace. Everything like that. Just let them go at their own pace. We have treats. We have love. Everything like that.
Yeah, speaking of treats, I saw her sneaking Benny a few little of these, but he has been cool as a cucumber, and he's a bit of a nervous Nelly, so I'm impressed at how well he's doing. And speaking of the ease of things, this actually comes off, and they can jump right down onto the table that moves up and down. How does that help you as a groomer?
Oh, it's amazing from a back and everything. Groomers are known to have back issues, wrist issues, everything like that. Ever since I've worked with Furryland, it's been an ease, a lot of ease.
That's good to know. And when I hear blueberry facial, I think maybe sometimes I don't know, something like fruity smells might be bad for dogs, but you guys put a lot of care into the quality of products.
Absolutely, yeah. Our manager does a lot of research in all of our products. I swear this shampoo sometimes is better than my own.
So I have to ask, is it human safe? Could we just do a 2-in-1 action?
I'm not actually sure. We might have to try.
Just go try. Give you a scrub there, Maddie. Awesome. Well, you guys are new to the Greenville area, but how far is your reach to the upstate?
We travel the whole upstate. I go anywhere from Greer to Easley, Piedmont, everywhere.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Already helping big and small dogs get groomed all the same and smelling their bestest this spring season. Margaret, when we come back, we're going to take a look at more of the grooming process. I might even have them trim my nails. Who knew this was a human and dog experience?
You might as well get the whole day of beauty there, and everybody leaves smelling great. Ava, thank you. We'll see you soon. Kind of a fun setup out there, Ava.
It totally is, and you mentioned that we like to all feel well groomed, but oftentimes our pets are looking better than us, if we're being honest. Well, come big or come small, Furryland grooms them all, and that's what our friends here at Furryland have to say. Now, we're talking about this, Jerry. This is a really neat process. You come to the homeowner's house, but there's a difference between fur and hair, and you are very knowledgeable about that.
Yeah, so obviously Benny is a very simple bathing and brush out and blowout, and now he's getting a nice nail treatment.
As he should.
As he should. And now Benny is doing this just so he can look really good for when he goes out or when he goes to doggy daycare. But many of the breeds actually need to be groomed for their health because they have a different kind of coat, and that coat it doesn't groom itself naturally, and they don't shed naturally. So they need to make sure that they're getting that pet groomed every 4 to 6 weeks.
Yes.
So that they're kept healthy and they don't mat.
Yes. Well, and talking about that, that's a crucial type of treatment for a dog. It's not just looking good, smelling good.
That's exactly right. In the case of many breeds of dogs, obviously they don't groom themselves, so it's important that their owners take them on a regular basis to get groomed so that they stay healthy, the coat stays nice, and it requires professional treatment because you really have to get underneath that top coat to get them truly groomed so that they don't mat and that they could stay healthy and live a nice healthy life.
Absolutely, and keep bringing us smiles. And talking about socialization, this actually helps immensely because you're not in a dog spa for hours and hours and hours. This is in and out.
Exactly. So we come right to your house, we'll come up to your door and get the dog. And grooming for anyone could be a stressful experience for any dog, but in this case, they're not at a building for all day long where they're dropped off and they may be in a cage and then they get groomed. In this case, we go to the door, we get them, just like Benny came out here, got on the table, then into the bath, and when he's all done, he'll go right back into the building without
Chill as a cucumber.
Absolutely.
He is living his spa dream, and I want to take us outside of the truck here. We're going rogue. I didn't plan this, but I think it's so incredible that how self-sustaining your truck is from the back. Let's show them that you don't hook up to the hose, Jerry. You don't need any sort of source. You really have it all. Explain to me what we're seeing here behind
Yeah,
the
so
truck
what you're seeing is this is truly a mobile grooming unit. This container is filled with water, can last days because we have special washing equipment that blends the shampoo and the water at the proper level. Great for the dog, but also great for the environment.
Yeah.
We have our drain tank that will fill up and we can take it back to our building and properly empty it. Our dryers and everything are hooked up here. Everything is coded so that if we have a problem, we can self-diagnose it and get it back on the road.
Yeah.
But again, we don't have to hook up to a customer. We don't have to dump wastewater on their property. It's all done properly, and this is again a self-contained unit that can groom for days without needing to do anything.
Such a game changer, and I'm sure a great space, obviously, for your groomers too. I mean, they feel safe. You're talking to me about how like the front area actually locks to keep your people safe too.
Yeah, obviously with groomers, a lot of groomers are out at someone's house, sometimes for the first time, and so the way these vans are designed, not only do we have a state-of-the-art grooming area, we have a door that separates the cab, so in the event that something happened, the groomer and the dog could go in the cab and lock the cab.
There you go.
For their safety, and then take off if they have to.
There you go. Well, let's take one last look at Benny before he gets the final due. Come on in here. Maddie has been taking such good care of him. Look at Mr. Fluff. Look at this. He is looking good. He is smelling fun. When we come back, Murder, we're going to be talking about some ways that you can prevent your pet from maybe picking up some of those nasty summer bugs, how to help with their temperature regulation, and so much more.
All right, some of that advice will be really helpful for everybody. Ava, thank you. Benny's looking great.